Aloha! Welcome to the two-gun luau of 2021. We're on day 1, stage 3, which is if Magnum had a Cadillac. And if you're wondering what the answer to that question is, if he had a Cadillac, he'd have a hell of a lot of targets he'd have to engage. So, here's a stage brief. Well, what you had to do on this stage, you started in the seated position in the caddy with your rifle staged somewhere near you. The only rule was it had to be muzzle down, touching the floor of the car. You got out, you didn't get out, you turned out the doorway and engaged whatever targets you could see that were paper. Then you evacuated the vehicle, keeping your muzzle down range, got behind the trunk of the car using the car as cover, engaged the rest of your paper targets. Then you dashed over to a VTAC barrier, and you had to engage these knockdown plates at the end of the bay from each port. But the rule was you engaged it from the port. If you got a hit, you moved on to the next port. If you didn't get a hit, you could continue to engage from that port. And once you did that with the rifle, you ditched the rifle, and then you switched over to your pistol and you did the exact same thing, except you had a set of plates to include some static ones and a Texas Star. So let's take a look at the run and talk about it on the other side. Shooter is ready.
Stand by. And you're shooting from behind it. Blue plates. Blue. Report. Move. One more, you only got one more, you can use any port. Dump it. Get your rifle. Dump it. Pistol steel.
Yeah, that's if you already got to that point.
That constitutes. Yeah, no. They have enough to get a warrant.
Yeah.
Last port.
Doing
a spinner from each port.
Oh, yeah. I think Chris.
I bought my first 9mm in like over a year the other day.
Anybody see where I'm hitting?
Alright. I found those.
Dang it. Alright. You know, this is one of those stages where you have the greatest of plans, and it works right up until the buzzer goes off, and then the plan you had in your head goes poof, it's gone. Yeah, that happened. So I engaged from the car, pretty good, and then I moved to the rear of the car, engaged from that position, all is well. dashed over to the VTAC barrier, and then suddenly the brain stopped functioning. I aimed in at the pistol targets. Luckily the RO reminded me to where the targets I had to engage were, and then the brain just went, no, I'm not going to work right. So first I forget that I'm supposed to be engaging through the holes, and then I forget I got to move on after I engage. And then I also, as I'm knocking the targets down, you had to do one from each hole, but once you used up all 6 holes, because the bottom 3 did not count, then you could use any hole you wanted, and I started to use a hard hole instead of just this big huge one where I could stick the rifle right through. So the brain was just not functioning properly during that part. And then on the pistol part, as you can see, combined with the fact that my sights are jiggling around in the rear and I hadn't realized it yet, and a few malfunctions, I ended up just parring out right before getting the final steals that I needed to get. So while a dumpster fire, definitely not as bad as the first 2 stages. We hope you're enjoying this coverage of the Two Gun Luau 2021. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and tune in tomorrow for Stage 4.